Harry, slow down. Get the money.
Jimmy.
What happened?
Look, he started to touch me. He started to grab me. I told him to stop.
You want some? Huh?
Oh!
Hey! What are you doing?
Your hikers. Are you all right? Are you all right?
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah.
Henry Hill grew up in Brooklyn during the 1950s, always watching the neighborhood mobsters from the window of his family tiny home.
To me, being a gangster was better than being president of the United States.
Their sharp suits, expensive cars, and total control over the streets pull him in like gravity. As a teenager, he finally walks across the street and steps into the world he's been admiring his whole life, the world run by Paulie Cicero.
A few other places for his brother Paul, who was the boss over everybody in the neighborhood.
And his crew. He starts small, running errands, delivering food, parking cars, and handling packages for the men who lounge outside the cab stand. Henry moves quickly, making himself useful. His confidence grows each day as he's around them. He gets paid in crisp bills for simple tasks, more money than he ever imagined a kid like him could make. The more he's trusted, the further he steps away from school, until he simply stops going. When his parents confront him, the gang steps in, ending the problem with intimidation and money.
Now on, any letter from that school to that kid's house comes directly here. You understand?
Yeah.
Henry is theirs completely now. He learns the rules of Paulie's world. Never rat, never talk. Always keep your mouth shut. Under the watchful eye of the older men, Henry becomes a young gangster with a clean pressed jacket, shiny shoes, and a permanent seat among the crew.
Look at my shoes, aren't they great?
My God, you look like a gangster.
When the police arrest him for the first time for selling cigarettes on the street, Henry remains silent. Instead of punishment, he's greeted outside the courtroom with cheers, back slaps, and thick envelopes of money.
Congratulations.
I thought you'd be mad.
Man, I'm not mad. I'm proud of you.
In that moment, he realizes the power of loyalty in the life he has chosen. As the years pass, Henry grows into the role, comes close with two dangerous but magnetic men. Jimmy Conway, a professional thief, comfortable with violence, and Tommy DeVito, unpredictable and quick-tempered, always one spark away from exploding. The three of them form a tightly bond trio, running scores together, lifting crates off trucks, hijacking shipments, and getting rich off the constant flow of stolen goods. At a nightclub one night, Henry meets Karen, a confident young woman who's immediately drawn to the thrill around him. The relationship goes fast, fueled by money, late nights, and the ease with which Henry moves through any situation.
One night, Bobby Vinton sent us champagne. There was nothing like it.
He brings her into the lifestyle, pulling her through kitchen entrances of fancy restaurants where tables appear instantly for them. She witnesses firsthand how fear and respect bend the world around these men. Henry and Karen marry, and she enters a home filled with stacks of cash hidden in dresser drawers, endless deliveries of expensive gifts, and the constant presence of women from the neighborhood who live the same lifestyle. But she also sees the darker side.
The gun goes off, some kid gets killed.
The fights, the late nights, the endless girlfriends, the calls from mistresses, and the violent streaks behind charming smiles. She stays because Henry always smooths things over, and because the life is intoxicating. Henry continues working closely with Jimmy and Tommy. The crew hijacks trucks on the highways, cuts open their doors, and empties them with seamless coordination. Drivers rarely resist. Many are even friendly, knowing resistance brings danger and that the mob's influence runs deep. One night at the Bamboo Lounge, Tommy and a made man named Billy Batts clash. Batts mocks Tommy repeatedly, pressing his pride until Tommy's temper explodes later.
Now go home and get your f***ing shine box.
After the bar closes, Tommy beats Batts relentlessly. Jimmy joins in, and together they kick and smash him until he lies still. Realizing Batts is connected to a powerful crime family, the three panic. They wrap his bloodied body in a tablecloth, load him into a car trunk, and decide to burn him upstate. Along the drive, thumping noises rise from the trunk.
Jimmy. What's up? Did I hit something?
The body is not dead. They stop the car on a dark road, open the trunk, and finish the job with knives and gunshots before burying the body deep in the woods. The murder ties them together with a secret that cannot escape.
Here's a leg. Here's a wing.
Henry expands his operations, moving into drug dealing behind Paulie's back. He begins selling cocaine out of garages and apartments, building a profitable side business. Becomes another secret layered on top of dangerous ones. Karen notices the change first. Henry's paranoia, sleepless nights, and unpredictable behavior. One night, Henry crashes into the house after seeing Karen's things packed.
Get out!
Shut up.
Get out!
She confronts him, screaming and shaking as she holds the pistol she nearly used on him moments earlier. Henry knocks the gun away, rage flooding through him. The tension between them escalates, but Henry always finds a way to patch things up enough to keep moving.
She's very upset. This is no good. You gotta straighten this thing out.
Years pass, and the three friends continue working together. One day, Jimmy organizes a massive plan, the Lufthansa heist at JFK Airport. Crew rushes into the cargo terminal, empties the vault, and escapes with millions of cash and jewels. One of the biggest robberies in U.S. history. The score brings excitement and danger. Jimmy becomes obsessed with loose ends, ordering killings when he fears anyone might talk or spend money too loudly.
What did I tell you? You don't buy anything, you hear me? Don't buy anything.
One day after confronting a man from Florida, they get caught because of his sister who works as a typist in the FBI. She gave up everybody, even her own brother, and they were sentenced to 10 years in prison. But Henry kept selling drugs received from his wife Karen while she came to visit him with the kids.
What are you talking
I
about?
saw her name in the register.
And later bailed out after serving only 4 years. Meanwhile, Henry continues selling cocaine, often traveling between apartments to avoid police attention. He becomes deeply involved with a woman named Sandy, running part of his drug operation out of her home. Karen catches on and storms over, banging on doors and screaming for the mistress to come outside.
Janice Rossi, do you hear me? He's my husband!
Henry manages the situation only temporarily before Karen reaches a breaking point. One day, Paulie confronts Henry about the drug business. Henry denies involvement, but Paulie senses the truth and warns him to stop. Still, Henry continues, needing the money desperately. Then comes the day everything collapses. Tommy wakes early, dressed in a sharp suit, chosen for what he believes will be the most important day of his life, thinking he's finally about to become a made man.
Huh? It's gonna get made? We're gonna work for this guy one day. We're gonna be a boss.
Inside, Tommy moves toward a small room in the inn, expecting to see a crowd of senior mobsters waiting to welcome him. The room is completely empty. A single gunshot cracks through the stillness, dropping him instantly to the floor. There's no ceremony, no honor, just the abrupt execution arranged in retaliation for Billy Bats. Henry wakes up frantic. He needs to cook dinner for his family, sell drugs, pick up guns for Jimmy, and evade helicopters he believes are following him. He drives through Brooklyn in a frenzy, sweating, twitching, and constantly checking the sky. Police surveillance finally closes in, and he's arrested with drugs hidden in his car. The bus destroys everything. Henry calls Karen from jail. She runs home, dumping cocaine into the toilet as police bang on the door. By the time Henry makes bail, the entire operation has been wiped away. Desperate, Henry turns to Jimmy for help, expecting support. Instead, he finds Jimmy colder and more distant than ever.
He was jumpy. He hadn't touched a thing.
Karen faces the same fear. Jimmy greets her one afternoon and encourages her to enter a dark alley to choose some dresses. She sees no clothing racks, no lights, nothing but a narrowing corridor. Panic floods her and she backs away.
I'll come back later.
Fleeing before Jimmy can react, both she and Henry know the truth now. Jimmy wants him dead. With the walls closing in, he knows the sentence will be severe. Polly refuses to help him, shocked with disappointment by Henry's betrayal and selling drugs behind his back.
Take this. Now I gotta turn my back on you.
Nowhere left to turn, Henry faces the one rule he's never broken: never rat. He becomes an informant. Henry enters witness protection, taking down the crew with detailed testimony.
Take that into consideration. Would you like to go someplace that's not cold?
Okay, can I?
In court, he sits across from Paulie, the man who gave him everything. And Jimmy, the man he once admired. He recounts the years of crimes, the hijack, the murders, including the killing of Billy Bats.
didn't mean anything. When I was broke, I would go out and rob some more.
Tommy's fate is already sealed, having been executed by the mob years earlier when they learned of Bat's death. When the trials end, Henry loses everything that once defined him: money, power, friends, and the dangerous thrill he lived for. Government relocates him and his family to a quiet suburban neighborhood. There, Henry blends into anonymity. Forced to live like a regular man for the first time, the life he once admired from his childhood window is gone forever. Our journey through this classic has come to an end, but the nostalgia never stops. Hit subscribe for more retro movie adventures and drop a comment letting me know which movie we should revisit next.